Okay, it is 7:03. Call the meeting to order. Okay, I didn't do the send out the minutes or read the minutes, so we'll do that probably at town meeting. I think that was on the agenda. So let's go to Article 1. We'll go numerically. Article 1 of the warrant, and that is Keith.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All right. All right. Any discussion?
Yeah, for those people that are new, if you have a bill that it hasn't been paid in the last fiscal year, and the fiscal year ends July 15th of the previous year, okay, the only place you can pay it is at town meeting, at a special town meeting. So a special town meeting means when we have a meeting in a couple of weeks, if this gets passed, which it usually does, it will be paid the next day theoretically. An annual town meeting in April, it doesn't happen until July 1 for the new fiscal year. That's the difference between annual and special, and that's why we do it in a special.
Got
So
it.
these people can get paid.
Thank you.
So, and FYI, so
And those ones back to 2017 are especially special?
I was gonna ask why
Yeah.
these are so late, but there's nobody here to answer it.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta pay the bill.
Yeah. And Keith was the chair for like 30-something years, so he's our guy. I'm the chair, but over here.
I try to help.
All right. Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? All right. 5-0. Article 2, Keith.
I'll move to accept Article 2.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. We just have to be aware that these haven't been ratified to my knowledge, or your knowledge, I assume.
I have not. I am.
So we're approving it, the money's in the budgets, so if they have an agreement by town meeting, they'll get their money, their raises.
So typically Mike Moresco is here, the town administrator, and then he'd usually like fill in like what's going on behind the scenes on stuff like this. It'd say, yeah, these have all been ratified. So we'd say, okay, good. So any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain?
At the hearing, though, these weren't ratified.
Okay. Article 3, Rick.
I recommend Article 3 as written.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Just Schedule A compensation, it's sort of an annual thing, so. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain? Now, Article 4, Brian.
Article 4, some dollar changes in some of the salaries here. I move to approve.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, any further, I think it's animal control and assistant harbor master.
Yeah.
And there's one or two other changes from a discussion. The warden for shellfish and first assistant harbor master. I think it's supposed to be updated on the final draft.
Oh, okay, so it's not bolded here,
Oh,
but it is.
it's two of them need to be bolded as well.
Okay.
Well, they won't do that,
Or I don't know if they will.
because he's
Figures here are
appointed.
correct? The figures here are correct?
The figures here are correct, but the first assistant harbor master and then shellfish warden both should be bolded.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they can't do that because he's apprented. So what will happen is either the amendment will be added to it to explain it, or in the motion, they'll correct it,
Okay.
depending what the legal way is.
Yep. Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Article 5. That is me. I move Article 5 as written.
Second.
And then just some money to keep sort of proactively looking at the town and school buildings so we don't become reactive as much as we possibly can. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay, Dan is not here, but this is, you know what, tell you what, we'll go back in case he happens to show up, 7:08. And we'll go to 8, Brian.
Article 8, certification of free cash and the various uses of the free cash. Previous special articles and other transfers, significance.
Are you moving it?
Move to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
So various special articles from previous articles and some transfers, significant ones for OPEB, pension, and stabilization.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Any discussion? Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay, Donnie McAleer, he was for the, I move Article 9 as written.
Second.
I looked at this earlier. It's just an easement so they can get at the for the solar panels at the DPW. Is this the DPW Veterans Park? Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the Veterans Park.
This is the Veterans Park one. Okay, eminent domain. Yeah, but I think we're all good
Yep.
on that. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Number 10, Rick.
Yeah, Article 10 to purchase 2160 Ocean Street, parcel G080502. I recommend Article 10 as written.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Okay. Yeah, that's that small. I actually looked at it today. It's that small package right next to the gas station, right
Correct.
across from like McDonald's or
Yep.
whatever, at the gas station. Okay.
They own the piece next to it too, right?
I don't know. That other big piece is going for like $2 million. It's like directly across from McDonald's,
Right.
which is pretty wild.
They've been trying to develop that for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a small piece, right? Like
It is,
4 or
yeah,
8.
it's small. The
Yeah,
town
it's
had it
half.
appraised. We got a good deal on it from the
Okay.
town's perspective, so.
Great. Any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Number 11 is Sherry. I move 11 as written. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Sherry says, funding of the Brent Mark Esplanade Traffic and Safety Improvement Project, Phase 1 of 3 phases. The funding is requested to start the pedestrian vehicle safety project, which addresses the traffic calming and the Brent Mark Esplanade necessary to improve pedestrian safety. It involves reconfiguring the intersection and narrowing the streets to add sidewalks on the southern end of the Esplanade. Total Phase 1 costs a little short of $1 million, funded through the Mass DOT Complete Streets Grants Program. 50% is funded for that, I should say, almost $500,000. 25% is the $250,000 transfer of Chapter 90 funds, previously approved Article 6 of the April 24, 2023 town meeting, and then 25% is $250,000 transfer from the town's free cash. Any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Number 12 is Mark.
We moved this to Donnie, but I'll do it. I moved the article as
Oh,
written.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I can
This
do
went to
it.
Donnie?
I know, but I know what's going on. so
Okay,
I can
go
do
ahead.
it. I moved the article as written.
We have Keith as a second, right?
Second.
So this is just updating the floodplain district map to incorporate 2 letters of map revisions by FEMA, one on April 10 and the other on August 9, 2020, which moved some properties in and some properties out of the flood district. So this is just required to keep it present and accurate.
Gotcha.
Just as a side note,
Yes.
anytime we have a lawyer on the board, they should be doing planning board.
I think that's what I was going to do, but what happened was 13, and Donnie was going to do 13.
Yeah.
13 looks so controversial, Donnie wanted me to do
Okay.
that. But yeah, I had planned
I
to do
did
this
give
one.
him that.
Usually we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to say,
Well-
because it's very, usually these are technical.
I took 13, and Donnie wanted a dog park, and then at the meeting, Donnie's like, "Hey," he was sitting next to Mark, going like, "Mark, can you do this?"
That's fine.
Too funny. Any further discussion?
No.
Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. All right. Number 13 has been withdrawn, which gives us to Article 6. Okay. This is I approve Article 6 as written. That's everybody walking down the hall.
Second.
Right? Okay. This is so they can get at the maintain the facilities. This is Article 6 would be the school building, Salt River.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Salt River, Governor Winslow, Amesway, Daniel Webster, and the high school.
Yep.
It was already approved. Any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. And then it's me. I move Article 7 is written. Do I have a second? Mark forward. Okay, this is same thing, but this is for the DPW on Plain Street and then the dog park on Proprietors Drive. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. All right. There you go. We didn't do the meeting, so we'll meet before the town meeting. Typically, these go much longer. For you guys that have never done this, it's usually this is pretty quick.
These are pretty easy.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times we may have a citizen's petition that takes up a lot of time. And then people don't always follow our recommendations either, so you can sometimes tell if that's let it go on. If there's going to be a fight. But I will call for a meeting like 15 minutes before the town meeting. Hopefully I'll get through all the minutes and then get that sent out so I can sort of clear that slate, because I think there's probably a few, because it's one thing, I typically just kick the can, I go, and I forgot that again. All right, I am going to, it's 7:13, and I call for the meeting adjourned. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
And, all right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstained. All right, there we go. Okay,
Nice
okay.
meeting you guys.
Nice meeting.
Likewise.